gratulieren. Super Produkte, super Design, super Sachen. Was will man mehr? Super. Verkaufen. Ja, das wäre auch völlig eigenständig.
Ja, ich auch. Ich habe es noch nicht gehört.
Das haben Sie selbst gebaut, dann diesen Lautsprecher?
Die Lautsprecher sind von uns, genau. Also auch Zeiler Audio. Da ist ein Koaxialtreiber drin von einem deutschen Hersteller, BMS, das ist ein Studio- und PA-Hersteller.
Es kommt 3 in einer dann oder 2 in einer?
Es ist Koaxial 2,
Ja.
genau. Also ist hier vorne ein Horn praktisch.
Ja, genau, da vorne den Bass.
30er Bass. Dann drin. Das Gehäuse ist sehr speziell, sehr aufwendig gemacht. Wir haben ein Skelett bauen wir aus Kanthölzern. Und dann werden die Flanken, die werden aufgeschraubt, die werden nicht geklebt. Und wir lassen uns da das Schichten, die Schichten folgen einer gewissen Ordnung, ist nur 14 mm stark, das Holz, was wir an der Seite nehmen, weil das Gehäuse eben ein Teil, das soll mitklingen, wir möchten nicht, dass es bedämpft ist, es ist auch kein Dämmmaterial im Lautsprecher selber drin. Und wir ja Energie immer noch vernichten können, wir können sie nicht steigern. Ja, also gut, durch Hornform kann man ein bisschen was gewinnen, aber sie können nicht Energie, die mal weg ist, ist weg. Ja, und deshalb probieren wir es natürlich so durchlässig wie möglich zu machen, sowohl in den Verstärkern als auch in den Lautsprechern. Unserer Meinung nach eben vor allem großen Dynamik, was man erzielen und schöne Schnelligkeit. Aber natürlich nicht ganz so viel Kontrolle, wie wenn man eine 5 Kilo Frequenzweiche da reinmachen und Haufen Glieder zu korrigieren und zu linearisieren. So ist es halt wie mir so die Vorstellung haben, wie uns die Musik gefällt. Andere mögen es bestimmt wieder anders, aber
Ja, das ist lieber Geschmack.
das ist genau.
Das ist so schön.
Ja,
Also auch interessant.
ich suche gleich Yellow und lasse ihn gerade noch was anderes mit einem schönen Bass laufen. Ja.
Also ich bin gespannt.
Hello.
Nee, da wo das Ergebnis steht, da zur Seite ein bisschen. Genau, und wenn es zu Hause ist, dass man erstmal auf den
You know, there's a big sign in front, no limit. And if you look, my theory is that the consumer behavior today has been totally induced by available technology. At the beginning, 40 years ago, it was mono. The first recording was mono. There was stereo, so people bought two systems. And it was all about how can we improve the sound. It was all about sound quality. Then 20 years later, the CD was invented by Philips. And at that time it was, wow, this will further increase the quality. We have no noise. We have not 70 decibel dynamic range of the turntable, but we have 90 decibels. So it was all about quality. What happened then? The Sony Walkman was invented. So you had a little tape, but it was cool. You could run around. You had your headphones, blah blah. But the quality was not good. And this was a big shift in the market because it shifted from quality, from audiophile gene DNA towards mobility.
Yeah.
And then the second product, which is as well everybody knows, the iPhone, the iPod. was the same. It was limited in storage capacity, etc. So what was the result? We had the customer required 1,000 songs on their little Walkman, so on their little iPod. So Fraunhofer Institute invented the MP3 files. And in parallel, at that time, radio was very often used. So from a recording side, there was the same problem, because you wanted your song to be loud in the radio, and there was this compression war, the loudness war, you know, where everybody reduced the dynamic range to be the loudest in the radio. Now, what is today? Is this still the problem that we have MP3, that the young people listen to compressed music? No. Number one is we have autotune. iPhone introduced this about 15, 20 years ago. They said, well, I have my Audiothile on my phone. Some songs are very loud, some are, so they soften this. The same Spotify introduced, I think, 10 years ago, that they I think it's auto level or auto replay. So what they do is they put all levels more or less on the same loudness. And this means you, as an engineer, as a musician, you do not have today to compress your music on the recording side, because it will be equalized on the playback side. So this means, if you look now under the slogan "No Limit," in the past, sound was always limited by technology, and today this is not the case anymore. The iPhone is powerful enough to store as many songs as you like. The processor are so ultra fast. The data link wirelessly, whether it's 5G or Bluetooth, they are so fast. You can run multi-channel in super high quality. So at the first time in our history, technology is not limiting the sound quality. Now, if you look at the no limits, what is the limit today? Is it your iPhone? No. Is it the digital DA chip? No, it's not that chip. Is it data transmission? No. The big compression, what happens in audio today, what is the real big bottleneck is speakers. You know, you have a Porsche, you drive from 0 to 100 in 4 seconds. Okay, to 200 is 8 seconds. No, it's 16 seconds. The faster the car goes, the slower is the additional acceleration. And the same is with speakers. If you listen to a conventional speaker at a level of 17 decibel, which is roughly nice listening volume, and you have an impulse of 20 decibel, the speaker will reduce this dynamic by 20%, not 0.2, 20%. So what we believe is, in today's music reproduction, the speaker is the big bottleneck in audio. And in my days, when I started the company 30 years ago, it was more or less, you spend 50% on the speaker, 50% on the electronics. Today, maybe it's you spend 10% on the electronics, and you better spend 90% on the speaker, because that today is the real bottleneck. And what you see here is intense dynamic thrilling, avant-garde, whether it's the trio, whether it's the duo mezzo, whether it's the colibri, which I demo now, is all about dynamic range, about immediacy, intensity, etc. And this I try to explain how we do this. Babak? Ich habe keinen Sound.
Andere Eingang. Also der Installation.
The rest? Oops, sorry.
The Texas sound.
So very interesting speakers.
ja auch mal hier. Ich bin ja selten auch, was ich tun habe, einfach irgendwas über zu präsentieren. Meine Dinge habe ich dann schon gemacht, exploriert und immer gemeinsam.
all of avant-garde products try to optimize these premises. Whether it's the trio, whether it's the duo mezzo, whether it's this. And all has this DNA. So if you are an audiophile, if you like beautifully designed products, if you like products which have a long life cycle, yeah, which don't become obsolete in a short period of time, if you like dynamics, if you don't have so much space, and if you don't want to invest so much money, and if you are a headbanger, then the Colibri is a very, very interesting choice. So let me try to explain a little bit the DNA of the brand. I want to take as an example our top of the line product, the Trio. So how can we bring this kind of performance into a small product like this? The Trio has a round horn, has a diameter of 1 meter. So this doesn't fit inside. So what we said, instead of making a round horn, we make a rectangular horn. Like the mezzo here, the same with the Colibri. So the horn is not round, but is square. Secondly, what we said is this horn from the Trio has a depth of 60-65 centimeters, doesn't fit into here, so we reduce the depths of the horn. So it's a relatively short-loaded horn, like the tenor Westminster, like the mezzo, and like the colibri. So it's a short horn. In order to make this work, we, instead of having one driver, we have two drivers. So we have a line array of 6.5 inch, one here and one here, transmitting into a short horn. So the big trio horn has a cut-off frequency of 100 Hertz. This has a cut-off frequency of 60 Hertz. So this is smaller but goes lower. The big difference is logically, this is not a better trio, no. This has 109 decibel at 27 ohm, and here we only have 98. But for a small speaker like this is extremely good.
Ja, ja, Entschuldigung.
Packung